The boy opened two identical stew pots. One was full of meat, while the other had none. He immediately understood. The one with meat was for his stepmother's daughter, and the empty one was for him. From that day on, the dish became a barrier in his heart. He left his hometown and set out on his own. Years later, he became a successful businessman. But no matter how far he went, he could never let go of what happened back then, and he always longed for the taste of his mother's beef stew. One day, he heard about a restaurant that could recreate the taste of people's memories, so he decided to give it a try. He ordered the restaurant's signature meal. As the chef carefully explained each ingredient, he took a bite, and it truly lived up to its reputation. Then he went upstairs and made a special request. He told the chef that his mother's stew had a slightly reddish color. With only that vague description, recreating the dish seemed almost impossible. Even he knew that, but he still wanted to try. That night, the chef decided to accept the challenge, moved by the boy's determination to rediscover his mother's memory. To perfect the dish, the chef traveled all the way to the boy's hometown, studied local ingredients, and even cooked alongside villagers to learn authentic techniques. But no matter what he tried, he couldn't recreate that reddish stew. With no other choice, he decided to visit the boy's old home and meet the unfair stepmother. A month later, he invited the boy back to the restaurant, but after just one bite, the boy froze. This is my stepmother's cooking. Anger surged through him, and he stood up to leave. The chef quickly stopped him and revealed the truth. Back then, before his mother passed away, she had personally given a recipe book to the stepmother. Inside were detailed notes about the boy's preferences. As he flipped through the worn, yellowed pages, he finally understood the secret behind the reddish stew. When he was young, he refused to eat carrots, so his mother finally chopped them and cooked them together with the beef. That's what gave the stew its reddish color. Then the chef explained the two pots. His stepmother wasn't being unfair at all. She was worried that if he came home late, the meat would spoil, so she prepared a separate pot for him. All this time, she had been caring for him, just as his mother would have. But because of his own misunderstanding, he left home and never looked back. Meanwhile, his stepmother cleaned his room every single day, carefully preserving all his belongings. And in the second half of the recipe book, she had written down many dishes she later learned, each one adjusted to his taste. In that moment, he was overwhelmed with regret. Finally learning the truth, he decided to return to his hometown, to respond to the love he had never realized was there.